So what do you want me to say again?
Oh, you already know what I want you to say. Hello amigos, then you ramble about a video game for like 10 minutes, then you end with a joke that only you understand, and that's a wrap.
Okay, and how exactly do you want me to do all of that normally when we haven't done this in a month? Also, where have you been?
Busy?
With what exactly?
Anything else?
Alright, mister, I got things to do. Nobody watches your stuff anyways.
Well, my mom and some of my friends do.
Oh, Mr. Big Shot with a big channel.
Alright, will you do it or not?
Fine, I will try to remember how to do this. Quick question, where are you exactly?
Oh, well, I'm in a new room.
And why do I don't get a new room?
Well, because I've been busy.
Alright, I'll make you a deal. You give me a new room and I'll talk about a video game. Is that cool?
You got a deal.
Wow, this sure is nice.
Yeah, it is. Now, we ramble about a video game for like 10 minutes or so?
Sure, do you got the script for me to talk about the video game?
Well, duh, how do you think we're talking right now?
Oh.
So, are you ready?
Yeah.
Go whenever.
Hello amigos! Wow, it's been a long while since I've said that. Now, are you intrigued about why I haven't been around in this channel? If for some reason you said yes, it's because I've been trying to find the answer to this equation and I just don't seem to find an actual response. It's just so complicated. But I've been given some advice that I should take a look at Super Mario Sunshine and that game might be the response to this equation, so let's take a look. Super duper blooper Mario Sunshine, the popular game on the Nintendo GameCube that it's all about cleaning Delfino Island from the bad guys. And of course, this game wasn't so popular before the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection. Everyone already knew the prime existence of Super Mario 64 with all of the emulators on every single console, so you ain't forgetting that game. And Super Mario Galaxy was just one of the biggest games in the Wii, so that's another recognized Mario game. But nobody seemed to look at Super Mario Sunshine, and well, no shit, it was on the GameCube. Now, don't get me wrong, I really love the GameCube. It was my first console and I think it has some of the best Nintendo games, just for the overall good gameplay and good controller. But seeing the low sales of the GameCube compared to the other companies such as Sony, not many people got to see the amazing games that were on the GameCube. But that doesn't make it a bad console. Take the Nintendo GameCube as a slightly better Wii U. It was portrayed in a bad way, but it was a good console with good games. So it's around the 2000s, 4 years after Super Mario 64, and this was the beginning of a new era with big companies entering the competition. As I said, it's 4 years since Mario 64, and well, you can't just have the same game over 4 years and continuing now, can you? Nintendo fans are expecting a new console with new games, and in those new games, a new Mario title with the same level of fun as Super Mario 64. Well, in the Nintendo Space World of the 2000s, Nintendo revealed a new quote-unquote Mario game title, Super Mario 128. What? Looking at this, it's more of a showcase of the power of the Nintendo GameCube and not an actual game, because just hear me out, who are you controlling exactly and how is this a sequel to this? It doesn't make sense at all in my opinion, but people took this 128 Mario concept into an actual video game and they were actually expecting a release of this game. Like, I get it, it looks cool seeing all of the Marios, but like, do you really want a game out of this? So as I said, this was just a showcase about how the GameCube can process a bunch of Marios in one room because oh boy is that a difficult task to do. And in that same presentation of the Nintendo Space World, they showed how the GameCube is. It's a cube. With the showcase of the Nintendo GameCube and the controllers and the memory card, we've pretty much seen everything about the Nintendo GameCube. I mean, it's a cube, what else can you see in there? So let's move on over onto 2001 and still no sight of a new Mario game. We have seen what concept might be on the Nintendo GameCube, but no real trailer has appeared on the big screen. Well, don't you worry, because in Nintendo Space World of 2001, we've got what we've wanted all along. With the showcase of the Nintendo GameCube came trailers of some games, like the one we have been mentioned all along, Super Mario Sunshine. This was the first sight of a true next installment for the 3D Mario games, because we all know this wasn't looking so good. And as we can see, this looks nothing like Mario 64. It's not blocky Mario anymore, nor blocky textures for everything. It looked really good, but as we can see, not only the textures, but also the place where the game is. It's totally different from the Mushroom Kingdom. It's kind of like a town or something. Well, yes, this is obviously an early version of Delfino Plaza. This early version included a literal child, you know, a normal Mario level. Okay, let's take a break and discuss about why was there a literal child, a human being in a town like this. It's just so out of place. If there are other people on this town, then okay, I get it, it will be normal at that point. But as we can see farther in the trailer, the other NPCs are piantas, so why is there a human here? Thankfully this wasn't added onto the game. Maybe they realized that this was so out of place, or there were people on the early version of Delfino Plaza, but Nintendo just didn't show them and they only show a child. The world may never know. Okay, moving back into the first reveal of Mario Sunshine, the gameplay didn't look that different from Mario 64. It was only the place where Mario was. He's not a Mushroom Kingdom, so it was an interesting take at the time, taking Mario out of the ordinary stuff. The trailer goes on and on about the movement that Mario has and showing more places of Delfino Plaza, and we see Mario wearing a special suit or some sort, but that's a thing for the future. Overall, I think this first trailer or reveal is good but somehow confusing. We didn't got that much context about how did he ended up there, why was there a child and a monster in the same place, but overall, I think it's a good trailer. So, moving along with time, we find ourselves at E3 2002, and in the last trailer, the game was set to be released in summer 2002. So in E2, we're expecting some information about this game since, well, it's been a year from the last trailer. And so, expectations were fulfilled for the next Mario game with a new trailer for Super Mario Sunshine. And I got to say, this trailer was probably the final touches onto the game, because looking at this and the final game, there are some minor differences, but overall it looks like the same game. We get to see the definitive version of Delfino Plaza and also some other levels that are on the island. We still don't get the story about how they ended up there or how is this whole thing related to Mario. But hey, we saw Peter Piranha, isn't that cool? This trailer is basically the same as the last one, it's just the difference that this was looking more as the original game. And what do I mean when I say the same as the last one? It's the same concept of just showing how the gameplay is and looking at the new areas, but no context has been given about this game, so it's good but a little bit confusing. Let's remember that this game is set to be released in summer of 2002, and Super Mario 64 was released in 1996. That's 6 years for a new Mario game. That's the average that it takes Nintendo to make a new 3D Mario game. But the thing with the long waiting time is the big game you are expecting to get. You obviously want these games to be as perfect and as big as possible, and while Super Mario Sunshine isn't the exception, it truly has it all to be a 3D Mario game, but we will get to that later. Okay, so let's take a look at the information Super Mario Sunshine has by the two trailers. Mario's in a foreign land with no explanation about how he is in there. Mario has this water machine that helps him clean the island. He's with Yoshi and that's it. There is no information about who are we fighting, who is the one that gave us the machine, what's the point exactly of this game. This is just by the two trailers, and there's still another trailer that doesn't give us any information about the story, and well, it's kind of confusing. But you know what? Let's end the confusion about this game. It's summer of 22 and the game finally released, so let's finally see what Nintendo has been holding for around 6 years. Before we even get to see the title, the game starts with a cutscene that actually explains how is Mario on Delfino Plaza. Now I can rest peacefully. We see that they're having vacations on Isle Delfino. Then an amazing PowerPoint presentation appears presenting everything Isle Delfino has to offer. But Peach manages to catch something strange on the video. She sees a silhouette that looks exactly like Mario. But when she asks her companion if they saw that, Mario's having a wet dream with seafood and the other one is just imagining what life is going to be on Isle Delfino. So she just let that strange feeling slip by. Super Mario Sunshine starts with another cutscene. It seems like this game isn't full of one cutscene. We get to see that in this place something feels a little bit weird. Maybe it's because of the blue Mario Peach keeps saying, I don't know, it's a possibility. So they leave the cleaning task to Mario and he wanders around to find something to clean the mess on the airport, and haha, here it is, the Flash Liquidizer Ultra Dowsing Device, also known as Flood. Oh cool, I just realized the initials of every word stands for flood, and flood is an overflow of water. Isn't that clever and not planned at all? The game explains us how flood works, and this is the machine that will help us throughout the whole game. So yeah, we clean the whole mess with flood, and oh La Migra has come for Mario for immigrating onto Isle Delfino. The first time you play this game, you know that after the first cutscene of the Mario silhouette, things are going to get weird. But to this level of weirdness, where we're literally Phoenix riding for Mario's false charges? Mario!
Objection!
Also, how dumb can you be to not tell apart that one is black and the other one is just full of color? And even worse than that, he just arrived at the island. How can he be there doing bad stuff when he's not even there? So because the Piantas have pineapples for brains, they put Mario into jail. Nintendo really went out with this story, maybe that's why they didn't mention it even once, it truly was a surprise. After 10 minutes, we finally get to play with no interruptions. As a prison on parole. So yeah, the final story that we've been waiting for this game is that Mario is on parole for fake charges that a mysterious lot of him has done, and now he has to clean up all of the mess that his fake identity made, plus find out who is the one that made all of this, since you know they were all going on vacation. Is this some kind of movie or is it really a Mario game? So moving aside from the story of the video game, this is Delfino Plaza, aka the best main area of any Mario game. I freaking love Delfino Plaza. Just the concept of a little town with the piantas and the overall feeling of this area that doesn't feel like a Mario level because you don't see Mario stuff everywhere. It's more so its own thing. I love it. You just get to look around the different piantas and you actually get to see the other levels around the island. That's also another thing. The whole island actually makes sense with this map. You can see other places from a level. For example, from Bianco Hills you can see pretty much the front side of the island, Delfino Plaza, Ricco Harbor, and other places. It's such a cool concept that I wish it gets used more in the future of 3D Mario games. So coming back at Delfino Plaza as the main area, I think it does the job perfectly and I really love how they made this so resort and so tropical. And why do I say that this is my favorite hub area? Because I think that the Peach's Castle is cool and all, but I don't know, it's not that cool when you really look at it. You don't get to see actual rooms in Peach's Castle like Peach's room or the laundry room. You only see rooms with paintings and the Combat Observatory is really cool and all, but the first 3D Mario game that I played was Super Mario Sunshine, so yeah, I'm biased. Coming back into the story, we clean up the main fountain and oh boy, is that mysterious Mario again.
Mario?
Dumb he's right there. So because people on this game are dumber than ever, Peach doesn't even move a finger when she sees a fake Mario running up to her and gets captured. Luckily we know how to spray water and oh, the weakness of fake Mario is water. How convenient, isn't it? So this mysterious Mario has a brush that lets him paint portals onto the other places of Isle Delfino. So as a normal Mario day, we try to figure out who is this mysterious guy by going level to level. Now I got to say, the levels in this game are some of the most lovable levels I've ever seen. Personally, I know a bunch of people that have played Super Mario Sunshine forget some of the levels that are here. Sure, the levels are kind of forgettable since you know it's Super Mario Sunshine, but I think the overall ambience of the level is amazing, so tropical, so resort, so chill. I think the whole design of the levels and the fact that you can see other levels in one place is something that you don't see every day in gaming. In other words, I love Mario Sunshine design, but I think that the gameplay itself gets annoying till you get the hang of it. It's a normal Mario game at first glance, but as we already mentioned, Mario has this flood pack that lets him spray water, and they use this function of spraying water literally everywhere. That's the gimmick with this game. Want to clean this graffiti? Water. Want to find this giant squid? Water. Want to clean the teeth of this giant eel that's underwater? Water. Want to spin around some casino tiles to enter a secret level? Water. So yeah, you get my point that they use the water feature a bit too much, and hey, it's not wrong. It's the characteristic feature of this game, so why not use the feature on levels? If not, what is the point of giving Mario a flood? The minor problem with using the game's new feature literally everywhere is with the secret levels. These levels appear as a secret area, just like Bianco Hills, where it's like a cave, or the mysterious water tower in Ricco Harbor. When you first enter these levels, Shadow Mario will take your flood away, and here's where the problem begins. In these levels, it's pure original Super Mario style, no flood action. A Mario platformer to experience the movement in this game. That's good in my opinion, but maybe, just maybe, the movement in Super Mario Sunshine, it's a little bit frustrating without flood. You move an inch in a slope, you are now falling and have to start all the way back. This is the problem of depending too much on the flood pack. This game doesn't help at all when these levels appear. It's so irritating seeing Mario falling to his death just because the position of the camera was a centimeter off. Maybe these levels are a little bit difficult, and more so when you give the player an advantage such as the flood pack, then you let the player get used to the flood pack for 30 minutes or so, and then out of nowhere you take that advantages from them. It's so dumb. Okay, let's put that aside. What is the point of this game exactly? Oh yeah, to find out who is the bad guy. As I've said, in this game the weakness of Shadow Mario is water. How convenient. So as any normal person should do whenever you see this guy running around, you obviously want to stop them with water. And that's basically the catch of this game. Go around the levels, find the shines until you face Shadow Mario on that level. This was also a different point from Super Mario 64, and one thing that I truly love about this game, you don't necessarily have to go level through level until you reach 70 stars, you only got to defeat Shadow Mario in every stage, so if you find a way to skip some shines to get the Shadow Mario level earlier than supposed, it's totally fine with the game. It's that feeling of more freedom of doing the hell you want to do with the levels that I truly admire. This is also a big opportunity to speedrunning this game. There is plenty of glitches that have managed to save a lot of time because of skipping shines and getting to Shadow Mario early. There's a Gelato skip that literally skips every single shines of that level, which saves up a ton of time so you don't have to do 7 shines, you only have to do 2. And that's another thing I really like about this game. You don't have to necessarily hold the game's hand the entire game. You can explore in some of the areas. Even though the areas are somewhat tiny compared to the other games, it's the intention that counts. Okay, coming back to the game, collecting 16 shines unlocks the level that's across the island, also known as Pinna Park. But to get there, there's a cannon that would normally shoot us, but this guy keeps blocking the way, like, dude, get out of the way, you can't fit in there. Well, as I said, while you're collecting 16 stars to restore the sun on Isle Delfino, Shadow Mario takes advantage and takes Peach as a hostage. So now you've got 2 problems. Best vacations ever. Anyway, this motherfucker takes Peach and now we have to go way over there through the cannon just to save Peach. Once we arrive at Pinna Park, we get another cutscene because it's been a damn while since we had one.
Perpetrator get away.
Alright, so let me get this straight. Shadow Mario has a big tongue, a powerful brush, a gigantic Bowser machine gun that spits fire, he can control the water, he can float on water. But his weakness is water? I love/hate this boss fight. I love this boss fight because it's super original. We get to ride a roller coaster while fighting a gigantic Bowser, trying to shoot the machine with the rockets while doing loops on the roller coaster, avoiding the missiles that are coming for you. This boss fight is probably one of the most original in Mario's history because it's way too random, but it's done in a really good way. And I hate this boss fight for the weird hitboxes, how annoying the missiles are, and how short it is, but overall I think this boss fight is one of the most memorable ones because of how creative the idea is. Anyway, after defeating this gigantic thing, we get another cutscene. If you weren't full with the other cutscene, you must be full with this one.
Leave my mama alone, you bad man. I won't let you take Mama Peach away.
Mama? Mama Peach? I'm your mama? to pretend to be Mario?
Papa told me everything. He said,
Mario's a bully, he never fights fair.
he said,
Junior, you gotta try to outsmart Mario.
so I tried to get Mario sent to prison. But they didn't lock him up, and now he came to steal Mama Peach again. You pest, stop following us.
No, not again. It appears to be heading toward Corona Mountain.
Okay, now that I've looked at this cutscene and actually analyzed it, I've got to say, what the f was that? So first of all, we finally get to see the identity of Shadow Mario, and it is none other than Bowser Jr. And we can also see that Bowser Jr. is a gymnastic master, just look at all those flips. And we get one of the weirdest sentences I've ever heard.
Leave my mama alone, you bad man.
I know Bowser Jr. is a kid, but how? In a million years will Bowser impregnate Peach? Have you seen the both of them? I'm sure Bowser has a 30-foot long dick, alright? There is no debate there. So why is this the only reason Nintendo came up for the plot? Why couldn't it be that Bowser Jr. wants to steal Peach because Bowser told him to? Or any other reason? Why is that Bowser Jr. thinks that Peach is his mama? How is this game that dumb? I know I may sound harsh saying all of that, but believe it or not, that's one of the reasons I love this game. It's so random and so dumb. The characters don't seem to think one bit about what are they going to say. It looks like they made the game first, then in the last 10 minutes they came with the story. It's so dumb and so childish. And as I said, Bowser Jr. is a kid, but goddamn, do you really think that Peach is your mom? You're a turtle! She's a human! Anyway, after Bowser Jr. tells us that he's been doing all the trouble Mario's cleaning, we get a little reference to Luigi's mansion.
A strange old man in a white coat gave it to me.
A strange old man in a white coat.
Professor EGAT, haha, good reference. Then out of nowhere, the gigantic Bowser head pops up a balloon and they fly straight to the volcano. They fly straight to the volcano. You cannot make this shit up, bro. So yay, we finally realized who is the bad guy. It was Bowser Jr. trying to save her mom all along from the bad guy that is Mario. So after this cutscene, there is no more story till you actually enter the volcano. And here I am, praising again the rest of the levels. I just love the different turn they take with this game. Not your typical Bob on Battlefield or Dari Dari Ducks. We have a hotel. Oh, where's the hotel? Shit, a giant fish. Probably one of the most frustrating bosses in Super Mario Sunshine, if not the most frustrating one. If you don't know how to spray spam in this game, which is a technique that lets you spray loads of water, this boss fight, it's a nightmare. You got to spray the Phantom Manta. It's easy at first glance, but when you start separating the Manta Ray into little pieces, this is where it starts to get hella unfair. And this is one of the flaws of Super Mario Sunshine. The whole game tends to be against you, or it is somewhat complicated if it's your first time. This boss fight can get a lot frustrating if you don't know how to spray spam, and it sucks because this is the first shine of the level, and it's a requirement. It's not like you can skip this shine. So after that, we finally get to see the actual hotel. This level is probably my favorite one. It's an actual hotel with decorated rooms to look around. Man, somebody's getting late tonight.
Dude, those are children.
I really like the decoration on this level and the overall ambience of a haunted hotel. There's also an underground casino that has all of these people gambling, and this detail is really cool because you don't normally see this type of creativity on a Mario level, and it's amazing how this actually feels like a hotel and not an attempt of a hotel. If you've been paying attention, you've noticed that I've only talked about this level in like a full review. I haven't talked about Bianco Hills or Ricco Harbor, and it's because I think this is the best level for Super Mario Sunshine. Now, don't get me wrong, I think every main level on this game is perfect for the game, but I think the hotel with the casino is the perfect fit for a vacation. And well, I also love the creativity of the other levels, such as Pianta Village, where there's a big tree on the middle, or the giant waterfall on Noki Bay. These levels are their own thing, and that's what I adore about them. Compare them with other Mario levels and they're so different, and that's the amazing touch of this game. Alright, moving on. As I said, there's no more important cutscenes since the last one on Pinna Park, so we go beating every single Shadow Mario from every level. After some time, we finally beat the final one. Well, somebody left the sink running, am I right? So yeah, Delfino Plaza got obliterated by water, and now we can't really enter any other level till we finish our business with Bowser on the volcano. And a quick side note, why is Bowser here? Like, this is Mario's and Peach's and Toad's vacation, so why does he have to follow us all around? And how can you swim in water if your weakness is water? Maybe Mario's spraying holy water or some because this doesn't make sense. Now we've entered Corona Mountain as the final level of this game. We go around these logical platforms because, well, Bowser wants to fight us for some reason. We managed to find our way through the platforms and control a totally real wooden boat with the most obvious way to control a wooden boat on lava. With water. Miraculously, we end up in the other side of the lava pool. Then we use one of the flood variants to skyrocket ourselves onto the big pool where Peach, Bowser, and Bowser Jr. are hiding.
The water's great, eh, Junior?
Sure is, Papa. Come on in, Mama Peach.
I think not.
Mario! You again? Don't you ever give up?
Mario! How dare you disturb my family vacation?
Okay, so two quick things. Bowser can talk, that's something you don't see every day. And two, remember how I said that Bowser is big for Peach to have sex? I didn't mean this big, so looking at the tremendous size, how is Bowser Jr. that stupid to believe that Peach is her mom? Maybe Bowser Jr. is a foster child, I don't know. So after we see this traumatic scene of Bowser talking, we get to experience a bad Bowser fight. Go over here, jump, go over here, jump. You see that there is little to no effort to this fight? It looks like they forgot about the Bowser fight and coded it right at the end. It's super short and so ordinary, it doesn't feel like you are fighting the bad guy at all. So after doing all of the shenanigans, we finally defeat Bowser by breaking his hot tub. While all of the fighting was happening, the floodwater was kind of dying or something like that. We see him exaggerate about his quote-unquote death, and in the final cutscene we get one of the saddest deaths in Mario's history.
Oh.
Mario, was I Mario, look.
Junior, I've got something difficult to tell you about Princess Peach.
I know, she's not really my mama. Someday, when I'm bigger, I wanna fight that Mario again.
That's my boy. Well put, son. The Royal Koopa line is as strong as ever. But for now, let's just rest a while.
The vacation starts now.
Of course you're not going to die, you're a robot. And also the vacations are probably over because this whole adventure took a bunch of days from their vacations. So how exactly is it starting? So with the credits rolling, showing everybody that worked on this game, we have finally looked at every single bit and piece of this game. We have looked at the cutscenes, the main villain. We pretty much just beat the game. In conclusion, I think this game for a Mario experience, it's so dumb and so random and so unfair. But that's what makes it fun. For me at least. Yeah, as I said, one of the reasons of this game to not be as memorable as the others is because of the GameCube. Yeah, we already know that. But a lot of people don't care about this game, or simply they just don't like it, is because, well, this game is weird and unfair. Those two words are the ones that fits most with Super Mario Sunshine. We saw the level of stupidity of the Piantas. How are they confusing black and colorful? The confusion about how is Mario doing all of the crimes when he's not even there. The reaction time for Princess Peach and how it takes too long for her to lift a finger. The weird decision of giving Bowser Jr. a voice and also giving Bowser Jr. a stupid purpose for stealing Princess Peach. The weird controller for some of the floodless levels, and the overall unfairness in some of these levels. It looks like everything's against you, and for this game to be that hard seems so stupid. Take an example, the pachinko machine. You think that this secret level is somewhere on Serena Beach because of the gambling in the pachinko machine, but nope, it's under a building where it literally doesn't make sense. Well, if that makes sense to you by any reason, this level won't. The physics in this level are so dumb and so against you. There's little to no way of controlling Mario during the pachinko machine. The game is just pushing you right into the middle. But what's pushing you, you may be asking? Literal nothing. But this is just one level. It's not like there's a bunch of them, am I right? Fuck. And a game is supposed to bring a level of skill, I get that, but this game has that level of skilledness for sure, but there's also a bunch of bad design levels and really bad mechanics that make Mario die. So yeah, maybe that's one of the reasons this game isn't that popular. Some of the levels in this game are pure bullshit, and in some of the levels it's somewhat easy to recover, but it's that feeling of having to go all the way back, experience all of that again just because you failed to press the hover nozzle, or you did land the jump on the moving gear, but by a magical force Mario starts to slide. This feeling made people hate this game. I think this game is pretty much hated for those two reasons. It's so random and confusing with the whole story about Bowser Jr. making crimes in Mario's name just to steal Peach. It is such a different take that I personally like because of how dumb it is, but a lot of people are weirded out by this story. And there's also the unfairness that I've already talked about, which there's a bunch. And also, remember at the beginning where the normal 3D Mario game takes around 6 years? Well, people were really disappointed to see that this game that took 6 years to arrive is so unfair and so unbalanced. Like, did you really take 6 years to make this? Oh, and one last thing I forgot to talk about, and I actually hate this fact, is the 100% reward. Every Mario game has one of these. It's supposed to be a way to thank the player for enjoying the game to the fullest. We have the Super Mario 64 reward, which is pretty amazing. We get to see the roof of Peach's castle and we can talk to Yoshi. It's pretty cool. There's a Super Mario Galaxy reward that it's a pain to go through, but the game rewards you in an amazing way. Just a grand finale on the level you first started, with everyone cheering you. It's overall perfect. Then we have Super Mario Sunshine reward. After you go through the pain of collecting all of the Shine Sprite, plus collect the 240 blue coins, all of this being extremely confusing and difficult, for a postcard. A postcard that says, have a relaxing vacation. I haven't mentioned this yet, but the blue coins in this game are special coins that you find throughout the levels. Some of these are easy to find, but some of them are so hidden, and the game doesn't give you one bit of information about where could they be. And there's 240 of them. So doing the task of collecting every single Shine Sprite plus the blue coins for a postcard as a 100% reward, it's a big f*** you to the players. Nintendo could have worked something else for the reward, because this feels so disappointing. For me, I really like the unfairness and the weirdness of this game. I know I'm biased, but mastering this game in movement can feel super good. As I said, the movement more so depends on FLUDD, and the movement in this game feels supernatural when you're using FLUDD. Well, because we all know what happens when we don't use it. It's fun to speedrun this game. It's frustrating but somehow challenging dying on the secret levels. It's fun to look around the levels and see neat little Easter eggs like Serena Beach's front is a GameCube controller, and the overall feeling of this game is amazing. To me, this game was directed to a certain group of people. I am in that certain group of people that think that Super Mario Sunshine is a really good game and it stands as a good 3D Mario representation. Not to say that this is the same level as, say, Super Mario Galaxy. Super Mario Sunshine and Super Mario Galaxy are somewhat different. In Super Mario Sunshine, you can explore anything you want. In Super Mario Galaxy, you can't exactly do that. It's kind of a linear level where you have to reach the end. So comparing Super Mario Sunshine to its quote-unquote successor, which is Super Mario Galaxy, Galaxy, I don't know personally which one is the best. Also, Nintendo wants you to forget about Super Mario Sunshine. You can tell this because, well, everybody knows about Super Mario Galaxy on the Wii and Super Mario 64, but since the release of Super Mario Sunshine, no attention was given to this game until the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection, and Nintendo wants you to forget about this game for the same reason everyone hates it. Nintendo knows this game is dumb, random, and so unfair. So if you haven't tried out Super Mario Sunshine, you should definitely give it a try. It's a different weird take on 3D Mario games, and be prepared though for a lot of rage quits and bullshit levels, because it sure can be tough, but I think overall this game is enjoyable and somehow challenging. But that's not the important thing on this video. The important thing is this equation right here. Wait a minute. Mario plus water equals blank. Well, by looking at this addition, we can see that this is referring to Super Mario Sunshine. Super Mario Sunshine has all of these little gimmicks that are unfair, weird, and so bad design. So I remember when I first played the game, I went through all of those gimmicks and in result I had fun. So, the answer to this equation is fun? Did I really have fun playing this game? Maybe I did. Well, now that I found the answer to this equation, I would like to ask, what does this equation have to do with calculus?